here's the thing. You should focus your attention on the all search, because that is where, and I don't know this empirically, but I know it intuitively. Oh, my lovely wife is bringing me, hopefully, whiskey with no, it's not whiskey. Okay, oh, it's tea. Okay, cool. That's what I meant, tea. My lovely wife looking after me there. Where was I? So the all search, I would hesitate an educated guess that more than 95% of people do not do category searches on Amazon. They ain't going in here and putting their category first. That's not happening. What they're doing is leaving that as a default all and then doing their search. So that ought to be what you optimize for. Okay? Now, here's the secret. Whilst there are differences in the search engine results pages that you get, for you and I, the only way that you can influence that particular results is by, in your back end, when you're setting up your listing, adding in as much information as possible. Let me just pause my screen and see if I can go and show you something, because it's hopefully category inventory. This will do. I'll show you this one. Alright. Alright. There we go. Alright, so here's one that we were setting up, but we've got to do a new thing. Ooh, Kate Ingham, are you on this call? I hope you are. If you are, I'm going to unmute you in a minute. I want you to talk about what you're doing for me. I haven't checked. Oh, let me just have a look. I can probably just look myself rather than just getting Kate to do the work. Holy shit. You are. Kate, we're live in 5. We're going to talk about what you're doing with seller setup. Okay, so this is one of the things that I was setting up, and it's a long story. I don't want to go into it too much. But anyway, we only got halfway through the process of setting this up, and we're now moving it onto a different thing. But this is where you influence your category searches and things like that. So the more you put in here, the better. So you always want to make sure that you're on advanced view, and you want to put in as much as possible. So the more of this you fill in, there's no variations, of course, the better it is. All right, you've got to fill in as much as is possible of all of this, because this is where you will influence brain stopping working. This is where you'll influence the ability to rank in different sections on Amazon. So the all department, for instance, that's where you make the difference in those. When people go for category searches, that's what Amazon starts to take into consideration. So the more work you do on the back end of your listing, the more likely you are to rank in category searches. You will naturally rank in the all searches, and that's where the majority of your business will come from. But those people that are ranking differently for category searches, it's because they spend a lot of time optimizing the back end of their listings, like I've just shown you. By the way, we have not done. So that's only been done a tiny little bit, all right, because some things happened with that, and so we couldn't actually finish that off. But that's the best way of ranking that, Kate. Hope you make sense. Oh, I'll show you one other thing as well while we're here. Where am I? That'll do. Let's just go into baby products. This will do. Tommy Tippy refill. So if you ever want to check how you're going as far as ranking, you've got to check to see if you've been something called indexed. So indexing is where Amazon links up a word with your product. That's what indexing means. So Tommy Tippy Sangenic Tech Refill. So it doesn't actually say nappy refills here in the title. So to check, you do, what you do is you do your, I can feel my brain stopping working. You do your ASIN number. Okay, so you put your ASIN number and then whatever word it is that you're wanting to see if you rank for, Tom E. So you can see here it says 1 result for that, 1 result. But if I type in source, which you hope it won't be ranking for, because why would it? Oops, oh my goodness, I'm having a right palaver. Source, 0 results. So that product has not been indexed for the word source, okay, which you would expect it not to have been, unless they were trying to, and they shouldn't really be trying, of course. So that's the other thing you can do to check your category rankings and your indexing of different words. All right, so yes, I know, Sue. I give you 0 time. I give Kate heaps of time. You know that. All right, so next up, I want to quickly talk about, because it was important. So let's just bring this one back, and let's just bring up Kate. Kate, I've now unmuted you. I'm going to talk in a second. So what I want to quickly talk about is Kate and what Kate is doing, because Kate has, as you know, not only will she in all likelihood crack the $50,000 for this particular month on Amazon, which is just incredible. She's actually, Kate, if you could type in the URL as well for your business in the area for me as well, that would be really, really useful, because then I can kind of do it for you. So one thing that Kate has done for me, which has been fantastic, it's a new thing that she's put together, is because I'm in Portugal, it's actually pretty difficult for me, weirdly, to set myself up on amazon.com.au because I'm in Portugal. Okay, so what Kate has done for me is set up everything for me for my new business on Amazon in Australia. Kate set the whole thing up for me, which has just been absolutely fantastic, and this is the business that she's now put together to help other people do that. So I'm now using Kate to do all of my Seller Central setup. She's doing my listings and things like that. Here we go. I'm going to give everybody the URL to that. And Kate, are you live and able to talk?
I am. I'm here.
Hello, Kate. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Very well.
So do you want to just briefly talk about what you did for me and what you're now able to do for other folks?
Okay, well, look, I suppose having been in the Facebook group for some time now and just watched where people are getting stuck and thought, okay, there's a couple of solutions that maybe could help people get over the hump. One of them is obviously the whole ducks question. Some people have slightly more complicated situations and they tend to get the sequencing wrong, I'm finding. And there was a very specific sequence that I went through with Aussie Botanics to set that up, and so it made it quite efficient. And so a lot of people have questions. So what we've got is a setup for setting up your Seller Central and your first listing, and the other is just setting up your first listing. And a lot of people are nervous about going in there and, you know, doing that first listing. It's much easier once you've got one listing to do the second listing because you can copy what was done before. So that's what we've set up. Basically, it's a way to get people over a bit of a hump that can sometimes stop people moving forward.
And it is, I will say, ludicrously good value. I'm always amazed at how little people charge for what is really just an incredible service. Here you've got somebody's Amazon business, an Amazon entrepreneur whose business will no doubt crack $50,000 this month, December, on Amazon, who'll set up yours in the same line that she's done for hers. I mean, it's just ludicrous. So this is one of those things where if you're struggling with this, and if it's kind of like if it's a problem for you, and if it's holding you back from getting started, always my attitude is anything that I'm procrastinating over, anything that's kind of holding me back, I want to get somebody else to do it as quickly as possible so I can move on and get on with things. It's impossible to make money on Amazon if you've not got your products live on Amazon. That's the bottom line for this. So if you're finding that it's something like that is holding you back, then get Kate to do it for you. Clearly, she knows what she's doing. She set my whole thing up for me. And again, I wouldn't ever recommend folks who are not doing work that I've had done myself. Kate's doing my setup for me. Mick Kelly does my images for me. That's just, I think, the best way of doing it. These folks are clearly better than I am at doing it. So it's best to get them to do it for you. So I hope that makes sense, folks. Kate, well done on setting that up. And also, well done on your on $40,000. Do you want to quickly talk a little bit about that, about what you're doing with your Amazon business?
Yeah, well, it's romping along at the moment. We do have look, a bunch of the products we've still got stock. Products that have reached FBA, it's just whether we can get them in before they, cut the deadline. We thought we had an adequate supply. A few of our variations, it's a couple of grand each day, I think, that's coming in at the moment. So until we run out, it's like, oh well, that was a good run.
It's a good run.
So yeah. So and then there's others where we've got too much stock, and that's going to be the balance. After Christmas we'll have to sort through all of that. But look, with this Seller Central setup, I'm doing with Susie Bryant, who has joined finally the AOE community this week, which is great. She's a fantastic resource, and so a bunch of people that I have been working with, I refer to Susie. I tend to be the words person and she tends to be the tech person. So, we're a bit ambidextrous. So there's some things she'll say, go and talk to Kate. Other things she'll say, I'll do this. So, the two of us work that way quite well.
Yeah, absolutely. And those of you that are coming to the conference in March, you'll get to see Kate speaking about some of the things that she's done with her own Amazon business as well, and kind of giving you a bit of a step-by-step breakdown of that. And I am personally really looking forward to hearing what Kate's got to say.
Yeah, we'll show the steps that we went through.
Yeah, so you'll get to see all that. You'll get to see, if you come to the conference, you'll get to see all the steps that Kate went through to build this $50,000 a month business on Amazon. And for me, that's always a fascinating experience, because there is no right way of building an Amazon business. There's only the way that gets you where you want to get to. And so I'm always interested in seeing how other people do it as well. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Kate, this is awesome business. Really looking forward to some folks using that too. And congratulations on your huge Amazon success, hon. Now I'm going to mute Kate because her audio is going in and out a little bit. I don't quite know why, but all good. So anybody interested in that? Again, I think it's great that you have the opportunity to work with folks that really understand Amazon. So all of the Amazon coaches, of which Kate is one, they are building their own Amazon businesses. They're doing great things on Amazon. And I just love the fact that when you get them to do something, like Mick is doing all my images for two of my businesses currently on Amazon, and it's just a different conversation you can have with them because they really understand how Amazon works. Ditto for this with Kate. You don't need to go through that bullshit where you have to educate people about this setup. They already know how to do it properly. It just makes it such a nice process. It really does. And it's such good value for money. So yes, if you're interested in that, hope that you'll go use it because it's super cool.
Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.